And that is going to start the whole new system on February 1st, 2023. We just wanted to the staff wanted to make sure that this was on the agenda to alert the public and to also alert everyone to please check our Facebook page, because there will be notifications of the changes and how this new system will be working. It'll be rolling out here in the next few months. Again, Ms. Gladys and Ms. Singer wanted to make sure everyone just knew that, even for the supervisors. So keep an eye on our Facebook page to watch these updates on the changes coming in.
And new newsletter.
Okay, perfect. Item 4, I'm sorry, anybody have any discussions on waste management? Okay, item 4, discussion on WISA and overlooked past due balances and a $500 threshold for possible liens. Ms. Singer has been diligently working on some of the past due balances. The amount is getting greater and greater as some time goes on. So Ms. Singer thinks it's prudent for us to start to act to try to recoup some of these lien costs. There's an extensive email. Did I see an email?
Yes, it's
Okay.
also a copy in your packet. And I've spoken with Mr. Cooney and Mr. Palermo about what amount we need to cap. And then once it reaches that point, then we can start to, I hate using the word threaten, but tell them, okay, we're gonna start process to file liens against the property. And to remind owners who have tenants, the sewage bills and whatnot go with the owner. It doesn't go with the tenant. It stays with the property with the owner. Because some people assume, well, that's a tenant's fault, they didn't pay it. That's not the case. It stays with the owner.
So maybe in line with the waste management, maybe we can put some Facebook notifications up encouraging the payment, and that there may be letters going out, not with anybody's name on it. I don't know if is that advisable, Attorney Sweat? Or no?
You can just say Union Township. Not even the name.
I just wanted to make sure y'all were okay with the $500 threshold, and anything over that, then we can start possibly proceedings. There's quite a few that are well over that, but on the lower end, $500, are y'all okay with that?
I don't think this is a motion of the board. Do you, Gary, or is this just a recommendation from the professionals? I'm fine with whatever the professionals say. Every other board member could weigh in.
I have a question. If we go to the lien process, do we have a current agreement with the water company to shut the water off?
Lisa does, yes. Emily
Make
has
sure
done
we've got
it before.
a current agreement with it, and like you put in the letter, there's gonna be a shut-off fee and a turn it back on fee.
I'll be honest with you, with tenants, it's harder. You can't shut off a tenant's water for the owner of the property, storage.
Water company can do it.
Yeah, I've tried to do it to tenants. It is very complicated, so be careful.
Peter Strick does it all the time.
I'm gonna say that the water bill's in Joe Smith's name, and Joe Brown owns the property. You can't shut he's not the one that owns the site.
So if I may, this is kind of another issue that, I know this is really looking far ahead, but as we're looking towards the Mingo Circle sewage situation, in my experience, I've rented a lot of houses, unfortunately, in my college years, and I've never had the sewage bill be sent to me. It's either been incorporated in my rent, or it's been, passed on to me, like my landlord has said, this is how much it was, you need to reimburse me for paying the water bill. And I'm wondering if this isn't something that maybe we look forward to doing sooner rather than later, especially looking at Mingo Circle. Sort of what Ms. Dupree stated is that it makes it so that the water bill isn't ever in the tenant's name. It has to stay in the landowner's name because that property gets to leave that way. I don't know if that's advisable or something we can begin talking about.
It's their onus to know the law that they're responsible for the storage. They don't take a deposit or something, but it does get sticky that you can't shut the water off. Maybe you can lean the property, but it's really hard to shut the water off, take the water.
It also would just make it easier on our end, because just with a couple of overlooked properties that we have the sewage on, we go for sewage, it's like 23. I've already done 5, just in the time that I've been doing the billing, turnovers for tenant names. And it's a whole extra thing that you do, QuickBooks or whatever, for every time the tenant turns over. And that wasn't a thing that I ever experienced while I was renting, and so just maybe a conversation for future.
The only savior is that the next tenant can't turn the water on unless the landlord pays the old bill. That is the only time that the savior is when that person gets so far that they leave, the landlord can't get water.
Back on.
It's really the landlord, property owner. Sewer bills are the one utility that's a lien on real estate. Whoever lives in that house can have a $10,000 phone bill and a $50,000 electric bill, and that will not stop a sale when you do a title search. That's why you guys always see lien letter requests coming in, because the person, or the attorney or settlement company that's certifying title has to make sure the sewer bills are paid, otherwise that's a lien on the property.
Might just be a discussion for, especially looking forward when we have a lot more properties we're responsible for sewage billing.
My thoughts on this are, as far as the practice with WISA, there is a current agreement with WISA on their collections for Union Township, from my knowledge. And I think there's some language in there that spells out the collections and the water shut off, from what I can recall. So I think that overrides everything, the contract we have with WISA. And then secondly, I think it's a very good point on the future billing, Terry, with Mingo, when we have a package plant and overlook. And that's again something, I know we discussed for many years here, when a sewage department is born in this township, which there ultimately will be a department to manage all these extra EDUs. So that's definitely something to put on the horizon, I agree with that. Good points from everyone. Any other thoughts on WISA and overlook past due accounts?